Not going to believe it, but Canada is actually giving away free money to make housing more affordable. In Ontario right now, they have that place that's called Ajax. You can get up to $12,000 for developing a secondary suite, guys. And even in Calgary, where I am right now, where I live, they're giving away up to $10,000 for your secondary suite. I want to tell you guys, government of Canada is trying to resolve the housing shortage and making housing more affordable, but not in the way that we all expected it to have, in a way of making rent more affordable by increasing the supply of rental units on the market. Now, that's not what you expected. You would all expect to see a Canadian dream where houses are finally going down in price, and they did go down in Ontario, especially in Toronto and in Calgary. Right now, the curve flattened out. It went down by a little bit, by very little. It actually went a little bit down in Calgary right now. If you look at the last market report for real estate, condos in a worse situation than detached houses, but that's not the video topic. Now, what is actually happening in Ajax, Ontario right now? So, well, they put up a, yeah, you know what, I'll leave a link so you can go through the chart. So basically you can get like $2,000 for one unit and up to $6,000 for, I think, yeah, I might be getting the numbers a little bit wrong, but I'll leave it in the description of this video so you can go through the link and see. But for 3 units up to $12,000. Now, we all have to understand that Canada is ridiculous in that way. You know, $12,000 for having three rental units, it's kind of insane because that's a lot of money. Nobody talks how expensive it is to build extra units. You know, like if you want to legalize a basement in Calgary, where I am, and you know a contractor that I know that can get it done for you for less, let's say, because I work in real estate, so I know the contractors who do it for less, but still, the last amount what I'm talking about is for a two-bedroom basement, you'll be looking at $55,000 range to make a basement suite legal, build it in your property. The price can be different, but if you go for somebody else, some big contractor, it can be $80,000 too. And the rebate that we are getting here in Calgary right now of $10,000 to make a basement suite doesn't really cover that cost. And it also paid in batches for whatever upgrades you have. There is a certain amount for egress windows, a certain amount for different kinds of renovations. Now, there is also this interesting situation in Canada. Like, I want to tell you how ridiculous Canada is. Hold on. There is this smooth rock something. Smooth Rock City, or what is it? Basically, a place I never heard of before, but they published the news where they were selling $500 lots. So enough to build a townhouse on each lot. They were selling those lots so that because of the mill situation happening there and people not wanting to live there, so they decided to sell it. And they were all overcrowded, overflown by calls from Australia and from other countries, foreign investors, and essentially they all got all sold to the investors. People invest money into Canada to hold on to cheaper lots so that they can build something later on and sell it to you so you can have an affordable housing option. How about that? A lot of people would say maybe Canada should ban foreign investors. I mean, on one side, that is true. On the other side, it's kind of a dumb idea to ban foreign investors from investing into Canada. However, a lot of people would argue, actually, saying that because of the foreign investors, the real estate prices are through the roof. Now, if you look what we have in that city of Ajax in Ontario, where they're giving $12,000 for 3 units, let me explain to you what it is like. Let's say to build a more, you know, like you can build a suite inside the garage. You can actually, or in a basement. There's multiple options, or lane home that you can put there. So there's multiple options that you can do. However, hear me out. What is the price to have a garage suite? In Calgary, just recently, we had a rezoning going on. Now I work as a realtor here with XP Realty. I have to disclose it because people are going to say you work in real estate, but you didn't say who you work for. I'll leave my contacts in the description of this video if you need help. However, I was just talking to an investor, a Ukrainian guy. He is investing into modular home construction. So his business idea is to lower down the cost for modular home construction so that you can have secondary suites, prefabricated secondary suites, where they would just literally build a home for you behind your home if you have a land home, so you can rent it out to increase the, because there is a subsidy going out, right, $10,000 and everything, to increase the amount of those secondary suites or third suites where you can have now with the blanket rezoning that we had, so that you the landlords can charge, can make more money from rent, and therefore increase the housing supply on the market in Calgary. Should solve the problem with housing, right? However, there's one pitfall. The last time I was checking with somebody who actually can build one of those, they quoted me about $250,000. The modular home construction investors from Ukraine that are actually planning to bring that construction to Canada to make that kind of housing more affordable is going to be in the range of $180,000. So it does make a big difference. It is a big discount, uh, but that's also unconfirmed exactly how much was going to be the final cost for a consumer to buy one of those. However, keep in mind that in Calgary, in that price range, you in $200,000 you can buy a condo right now. You can buy a one-bedroom condo. You can have a really decent one-bedroom condo in the range of $230,000 right now. And I'm talking like last week I purchased for somebody a condo. It has a gym, it has a swimming pool, it has a tennis court. What else? Well, I have another condo for sale for you if you want to buy, listed at 267 in Calgary, Haysboro, and it has also access to a swimming pool, open door swimming pool. It has a sauna, it has tennis courts, it has storage room and the parking stall and everything. So, like, just think for yourself. Are you going to be investing into buying a separate unit like a condo for the price of a backlane home? I mean, in Canada, the prices are ridiculous. The home construction is ridiculous. Even those, these ideas that the government provides and those subsidies and rebates that they give is nothing. It doesn't even cover a fraction of of the cost. Like I have right now a home with a secondary suite, and I could build a garage suite behind myself with the zoning and regulations to to accommodate it to have another rental suite within my property, but I have to come up with a huge amount of cash, and with the $10,000 rebate, let's say, it's not going to change any financial situation. It's not even like it's not even 1/25th of the cost to build that, to build home investors, to make housing more affordable. Therefore, foreign investors are buying land in Canada where Canadians cannot afford living, and nobody wants to build anything. So, yeah, affordable housing is not getting built. And also, I want to tell you, if you can, don't rent the property your entire life. I just spoke to one of the investors who has like many houses throughout the entire life. He's been buying homes, a Canadian guy, and he told me, Igor, can you imagine? According to he's been in this business, real estate investing for decades, and he said I had a tenant who paid in total rent through the period of the lease that they kept on extending for indefinite amount of time almost. He paid more than $350,000 for that home. He said he essentially paid off my home two times over the years here in Calgary. So renting forever keeps you broke. That's what I wanted to say. Thanks for watching, and I wish you all the best. Bye for now.